G'day, I'm Paul, the owner and founder of Aussie Guide, and welcome to part 2 of our free Rona edition virtual tour of Jerusalem and the Old City. Today we're going to continue with the Jewish Quarter, and we're going to show you a couple more things that you can see there. Did you see the first part? Don't worry about it. Click the link below and you can check out part 1 and come back to part 2 when you've seen part 1. For those of you continuing on, welcome back. I'm so happy you guys enjoyed the first part. Thanks for all your comments and likes and shares. I really appreciate it. Let's dive straight in. Go check out part 2 and I'll see you at the end of this video. Okay, welcome to the next stop on our tour today. Where are we? We're just outside the prayer plaza of the Kotel, the Western Wall, and we're in the Jewish Quarter on the very southern edge of what is actually Davidson Park. Where I'm standing is the Western Wall, the continuation of the Western Wall, where it joins the southern corner. Now what I'm standing on is a prayer platform which is called Ezrat Israel, and what it is actually a pluralistic prayer plaza. Yes, say that fast 3 times. Pluralistic prayer plaza. Funny, right? This area was built so that Reform, liberal Jews could sit together and pray together, sitting side by side without the usual dividers that you would find inside of an Orthodox synagogue or an Orthodox place of prayer. This is the continuation in the south direction of the Western Wall. Behind me, in that scaffolding, is a bunch of workers from the IAA, the Israel Antiquities Authority. What they're doing is working on something very special. It's called Robinson's Arch. What is Robinson's Arch? I'll get to that in just a minute. They're working to not rebuild it, but to repair it and to maintain it so that it doesn't fall down, because a few years ago we had a situation where one of the stones from the wall here actually collapsed and fell and just missed somebody. I know, crazy. So obviously safety first, and that's what they're doing. They're here to fix that, to make sure that this should never ever happen, and more importantly to preserve the archaeology that goes back to the time of Herod. Why is it called Robinson's Arch, and what was it? Well, in the 19th century, when the world remembered what Israel was, or what the Holy Land was, where the Holy Land was, archaeologists came rushing back to Israel under the Turkish rule, the Ottoman rule, to gain permission to dig in Jerusalem. Edward Robinson was one of the first people here, and in 1838, he discovered the arch coming out of Herod's wall and realized that this was actually an arch supporting a staircase that allowed pilgrims to come up and straight into the Temple Mount underneath the royal portico. Pretty cool, right? Now what's phenomenal, guys, is that until modern archaeology, the dirt and the buildup and the rubble that was this area was so high that it actually reached right up to the archway. Check out this picture. Isn't that crazy? This is the highest part of the wall because Mount Moriah goes from north to south in a descending way. So what we're at is the lowest part of the mountain where the Temple Mount was built, and it's the highest part of the wall. But what you don't see is that underneath us, the walls continue for at least 5 meters down. If you wanted to go down to the Davidson Archaeological Park, that has a small entrance fee. You can get to it in a number of ways. However, you can go through David City. There is actually a drainage tunnel that you can walk under the road, underneath the gates and the walls, and come out through the floor of the original Wall Street, where those people just came from. The original Wall Street, because the Wall Street of the Temple times was a commercial area. It's where Jews would come and change money, buy their sacrifices, purify themselves in mikvaot, in ritual pools, before ascending to the Temple Mount itself. Whatever they needed could be bought on this street, and this street extended the entire length of the Western Wall. Today, we can actually see remains of some of those shops from the destruction in 70 CE, when the Romans destroyed the Second Temple. Now, these stones that you see behind me are the original Herodian stones the Romans pushed off the wall. Now, over the centuries, when building and rubble and wind and earthquakes covered all of these ruins, no one knew they were there. It wasn't until the 19th century, and especially in this area, it wasn't until 1967 and after 1967 when Israel and the Israel Antiquities Authority was able to do some serious excavations. And what they discovered were the actual toppled stones from the original Herodian walls of the Second Temple. That's mind-blowing. So what did they do? They decided to leave them there to remember the destruction of the temple and what the Romans had done to not just the Jewish people, but Jewish history. So this site is free to visit, free to have prayer services here. This is Robinson's Arch, and this is Davidson's Archaeological Park and the pluralistic prayer plaza, Ezrat Israel. In the meantime, we've got a lot of stairs to climb because we're at the very bottom. We need to get to the top, and we're going to get to the upper west side of Jerusalem, where we're going to show you a few more things in the Jewish quarter. Drink lots of water, make sure you got your hats on, and let's head on up those stairs, and we'll see you when we get there. Okay, that was part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks again for watching, and I want to ask you again a favor, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Facebook and the YouTube channel. All the links are below. This way, you'll get notified the moment I release part 3 of Jerusalem and the Old City in the Jewish Quarter as we celebrate Hanukkah together. So in the meantime, continue having a great time on Hanukkah. Enjoy those lights. Enjoy your dreidels. Enjoy your sufganiyot. I look forward to seeing you on the next part. Take care. See you later. Bye for now.